Okay, I'm interviewing Nick Mandel from Iconics in Delphi, Indiana. All right, Nick, what was your original plan and how did you think of it?
I mean, the original plan of the business was to pretty much come in and customize anything that anybody would want. I mean, like design or wrap anything, whether it was like a car, a truck, a trailer, senior banners, for example. That's a big part of our business. As a business, we have grown and continued to get numerous personalized jobs, but I mean, we try to focus on the physical branding for our business. Uh, Whether we're wrapping like your car, your company, like front doors, your logos. I mean, we want to make sure that our business name is out there. Uh, we have been developing something called a moving billboard, or any other options like that that like just show that our business is out there.
Okay, next question, how did you research the feasibility of your idea?
To figure out the feasibility, I mean, we did numerous amount of research to figure out what our average job cost would be from both ends. I mean, what our initial cost was and what our business were changing around the area. I mean, we had numerous phone calls to other companies, figuring out what they were charging for the jobs that we were doing. Also, we had people that I know in the industry that I was happy to reach out to and explain exactly what our business was in order to like make sure we had the exact feasibility.
Okay, how did you develop your vision for your company?
It all started probably in high school. I mean, a while ago in high school. I mean, I love art. My parents actually started a business like mine, the exact same kind of business like mine, but they didn't have time for it. So basically, I saw the ability to do the art and what my parents were doing and put it on a bigger scale and make the sky the limit.
All right, how long did it take for you to get your business and prepare for it?
Actually, it didn't take you as long as what you'd probably think it did. I mean, the part that took the longest was coming up with a name and something that would stick and catch the attention of like our customers and people, our potential customers. Customers. Also, I mean, something that you could call brand would also probably be the name that people recognize easily. So, I mean, you want to come up with something that people are going to know is yours. I mean, we kind of knew that from the beginning that wasn't a whole lot of planning to be done. It was just getting out there, getting jobs, finding people that wanted our business. But I mean, then repeating the steps over and over again is the easy part.
All right, next question is, where did you find the financing to help start up your company?
Uh, I mean, mainly the financing for the company came from my parents. I mean, they came in and pretty much, at least for the printer and the laminator. I mean, as I said before, the start of the company was when I was like 12. Although I did it for a couple of years and ran out of time for it, and there wasn't a whole lot for me to do at the time because they just ran out of time for it. I mean, I'm grateful that the opportunity has came back, and I'm happy that I can run with it now. But then each job that continue to spread money, and from there on the profits mainly are mine, and that's what I like to think about it. And it's my business now.
Okay, where did you learn the business skills you needed to run and grow your company?
Kind of like the financing, I learned the skills and everything from my parents. I mean, at least the business side of running the printer and designing the different things. I mean, I've learned all that from my parents. I mean, on the research side, from YouTube to running Photoshop inside out. I mean, I learned all that from my parents. On the wrapping side, I learned a lot of it from other people, like doing my research and going to other states and watching people do it. A lot of research is how I learned my skills I have today.
All right, what are the most important entrepreneur characteristics that helped you succeed that you think you have or that you've used?
Creativity would probably definitely be number one. The ability to develop a brand and constantly be thinking about other ideas and growing my business as a whole would probably be number one. The ability to develop customers and develop relationships within the situation. Nobody likes to lose, so you want to be able to have a great relationship with all your customers. The hustle to put your head down and get to work and time manage and make sure that you get everything done within the time frame and the deadlines you set. That's a very personal thing for me. I mean, I think the ability to just get it done on time and get it done for your customers and build a relationship with them is really good. And I mean, make sure that you do things the right way and do things how your customers want them to be done, so in case they have something again, you can get their business again.
Okay, next, what were the biggest challenges you had to overcome, or just if you didn't have any that stick out, what are some challenges you had to overcome, like starting this up?
I would say the biggest challenge would probably be finding someone that had the same drive as me, like especially like to expand the business. Like I don't want to stay right in my hometown forever. Like you need to find people beside you who have the same ambitions for success and want to succeed like you, or those are not people you want to work with every day.
All right. Just two more questions here. What are the most important lessons you have learned by starting up this company?
Number one would be that there's definitely more room to grow. Like you can always grow and learn more. This business will continue to come in if you stand behind your work and develop a name for yourself. But I mean, the best lesson is to always learn that there's always a long-term goal and that you want to succeed. If the business isn't working at the moment, it doesn't mean that you won't figure it out and it can't be successful down the road. I mean, you want to reflect on your mistakes and grow on your mistakes, but you also, when you succeed, you want to remember that and move on with that. It's definitely not easy, as everyone seems to think on the other side, extremely like, I mean, if you make a mistake, then everyone's going to make a big deal out of it, but you got to learn from that and grow. It just depends on how much you work and how much effort you put into it. That's how successful you can be.
All right, and the last question I got for you is, what advice would you have for would-be entrepreneurs or just someone that's interested in getting into the business world?
The best advice I would probably have in the mind, a vision for where you wanted to be in the next 10 years constantly would probably be just to keep working. I know you know the work in front of you, and there's no easy ticket. If you want it bad enough, you'll find a way. I mean, it's never going to just be handed to you. You can only learn from sitting behind a book, sitting behind a computer, sitting there watching someone do it. So you got to put in the time and effort. You can only learn so much from as much effort as you put in. And if you have something in mind as far as you want to go in the future, then nothing should be able to get in your way and stop you from getting there.
Okay, awesome. That was my interview with Nick Mandel from Iconics in Delphi, Indiana.